Well, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well today. I hope you're staying somewhat dry, somewhat warm. Kind of an unseasonable type of season for us out here in West Texas. But this is once again Craig. I want to talk to y'all just about our monthly safety meeting. I do want to talk about it for just a few minutes, our topic for this month. And then I'm going to get into just a few little house cleaning items that I need everybody to kind of help me out on. So first of all, let's talk about our safety meeting this month. What we're going to be talking about this month is first aid and basic first aid. Many of you have gone either through the military, maybe Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, maybe even your past profession have had some kind of first aid training. This is something that is very, very important for you personally and professionally to have just some basic ideas of what to do in case you, one of your loved ones, or one of your fellow drivers or fellow workers is hurt. First thing to always remember is try to stay calm as possible. If you've never been in a situation where a loved one, someone that you know is hurt, it does get your blood racing. It does get your mind wandering. So it starts to really affect how you make your judgments. So the first thing that you always got to remember, if someone is ever hurt, someone is injured or sick or anything like that, is to try to stay calm. Assess the situation. Make sure that whatever that you're going to be putting yourself into to help somebody is not going to injure or hurt you further, such as if there's a wreck, don't try to cross, 4 lanes of highway to get to the wreck. Even though it may be somebody important, you've got to remember that if you get hurt also, now the responders coming out to the scene have more patience than what is needed. So it is absolutely critical to, number one, calm down, take a deep breath, look around you, and make sure that your scene is safe. Make sure that you can sit there and you can honestly get to that patient as safely and as easily as you can. Next thing to do is to remember is to stay within your training. If you have no training at all, you just go up and just try to help them, try to calm them down. Don't try to go something that you may have seen on TV or YouTube or anything like that. Do what you have been trained professionally to do. If you do have that training, let's say you have been through CPR classes, you have been through basic first aid, even advanced first aid classes. Do what you can do up to your training. Make sure that you have the proper equipment to do that training or to do that those assessments. So in other words, make sure that you have protective gear. Y'all have heard me say it 100 times in classes and everything that I've taught is if it's wet and gooey and not yours, don't touch it. Just remember, you touch someone's blood, you touch someone's saliva, you touch someone, just any kind of their fluid, you now have been everywhere and been with everyone that person has been with. So be very cautious of that. The best thing to do, let's say someone is hurt, someone out on location gets a cut on the arm, it's bleeding bad. The best thing you can do, stay calm, make sure the scene is secured, make sure the scene is safe, get a towel, give it to them, and have them hold pressure on that wound. That way you're not touching their blood, okay? So it is absolutely, absolutely critical to do not do anything unless you're trained and that unless that you have the proper equipment, okay? But no one wants to take anything home with them or anything like that. So let's make sure that we're doing it properly. So, and the next thing to do, assess the situation. Find out how bad it really is. Is this life something that could kill them? Is this something that is going to disfigure them for a lifetime? Is this something that is going to where they could possibly lose a limb? If it is in any case where you're not 100% sure of what to do, this person's in pain, this person is extremely sick, this person has a very bad wound, call 911. Now, when you call 911, there's a couple little rules to stay with it. Make sure that when you call 911, number one, stay on the phone. Do not call 911 and says, hey, my buddy is over here. He's hurt. I need help. And then hang up the phone. That does 911 no good. Make sure that you tell them everything. Stay calm. Don't be screaming into the phone. That way they can hear you. Remember, it also depends on where you are in the state of how long an ambulance gets there. There are some parts of this state that where you may have one ambulance for an entire county. Tom Green County is a great example. We have over 120,000 people in Tom Green County. We only have actively 4 ambulances that are active at any time, with 3 reserve ambulances in the background. That's not a lot of ambulance for an area that with that big of a population. You get out towards Reeves County, somewhere out there in far west Texas, you may have 1 ambulance for the entire county. It may take them 45 minutes to get out to your location, not including getting down lease roads and getting down to the well site. So make sure that when you're talking to someone on 911, get very clear, concise, make sure it's nice and easily understood directions of how to get to that patient. Okay? Give them all the information, patient's name, age, what happened to them, how bad is it getting worse, is it whatever may be, let them know. Give them all the information. That way they can bring out the proper tools, the proper people to get out to your location. So make sure that when we're doing first aid, make sure that you are, number 1, stay calm. Stay calm. Number 2, make sure you are trained. Make sure that that scene is safe. Get up to that patient, talk to them, comfort them. At 16 years of being a paramedic, that was one of the biggest helps that I would have if the public would just sit there and just talk to them. Talk to them. Try to keep them calm. Even in a bad situation, try to keep them calm so that way whenever the paramedics, nurses, whoever's coming to help you gets out there. The last thing I want to say about first aid, and this kind of goes into the housekeeping part of things, call me. Call me. Call me if there is somebody hurt that is an employee of Detmar Logistics. Call me. I don't care what time of the day it is. I know that a lot of y'all can't get a hold of me because I'm extremely busy, and I apologize. I wish I could talk to each one of you, but call me. If it's an emergency, keep calling me until I pick up the phone. I will step out of whatever I'm doing. If I get 2 to 3 phone calls from the same number, I will step out. Send me a text message. If I send you a message saying that I can't talk right now, say emergency, 911, something to that effect. I don't matter what I'm doing. If I'm sitting in church, I will step out of church to make that phone call. I have done it numerous times. I will continue doing it. But you've got to let me know what's going on. So if someone with Detmar Logistics is hurt, I don't care if it's a small cut, I don't care if it's a big cut. If it's you or somebody else, please, please, please call me. Okay? If you cannot get a hold of me, you've called me multiple times, you cannot get a hold of me, call dispatch. They will then make sure to get to the right people. We will call Steve, we will call Cliff, we can call Kevin, we can call someone else up here in the safety department to help you out. But please let me know. You should never, ever, 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 ever go to a hospital without me knowing about it. Okay, that's very, very critical that we know about it. Okay, so what I want everybody to do is, before we get into the housekeeping part, is I want everybody to send me a text message, okay, of when you watch this, of telling me something that you did not know about first aid. Maybe you didn't think about making sure the scene is safe. That's something you never thought about. Send that to me. It doesn't matter what it is, quick little text message of saying, I watched the video, I didn't know to make sure not to touch someone else's blood. Hopefully you know that, but you never know. So that's y'all's assignment for this. This way I keep track of who all has watched the video, who hasn't. Please pass this video around. I'm going to send it out, the link on PCS, but not everybody checks that all the time. Send it out. Do whatever you need to do. Make sure everybody sees this, because there is some very important information on this part of it. So let's get to that real quick. So I just got 4 things I want to talk about. Number 1, thank goodness for the rain. I'm loving it. We've been praying for it out here in West Texas. Thank the good Lord above for the rain. But with that rain comes some some bad parts. Number one, slow down. Slow down when you're driving. Okay, slow down. We all know that there are areas of Texas where these roads get wet, the construction of the road is in bad shape. Do what you have to do. Slow down. Take your time. If you need to go a different route, go a different route. Right now, all those areas in Central Texas around the Llano River and around Austin, that north part of Austin, is being heavily hit with floods. So let's pray for all those people. But at the same time, make sure that if that's a highway that you're going to be coming down on, make sure you know what highways are open and closed. There is a lot of highways. I give you an example. If you're coming on the north side of Austin, heading back towards San Angelo, right now, Highway 29 and Highway 71 outside of Llano is shut down. So know what roads are open. Know what roads are okay to drive down. Watch the weather. If you're not 100% sure, Texas DOT has a website that you can go onto and look at what roads have been shut down. If you're still not sure, let me know. I can look it up for you. Okay? So please slow down, take your time. Next thing I'm talking about, it kind of goes right along into it, is defensive driving and our CSA scores. Incredible job for all 300 drivers this last month. Incredible job. We had about, I want to say about 15 to 18 times that we got pulled over this month. We passed a good majority of those with no violations. Way to go. I want to congratulate every single one of y'all that did that. That means y'all are doing good pre-trips. You're making sure your equipment's up to date. I know a couple of you may have gotten citations. Let's get those fixed. So right now, just so everybody knows, our CSA scores have gone down significantly over the last 6 months. We have a graph of it. We've been tracking it, and every single month we have slowly gone down almost on every category. Which that's an incredible job for every single one, both owner operators and company guys. Way to go! Thank y'all very, very much. That helps us as a company, helps you as a driver, and it helps all of us keep making money. So keep it up. Do good pre-trips. Part of our pre-trips is going to be point number 3 I want to talk about is our red books and paperwork. We are still having issues with this. All right, guys, there's only about 8 pieces of paper for the tractor and about 3 to 4 pieces of paper for the trailer that you have to make sure is up to date. If you're not sure what is up to date, look in your red book. That red book, that very first page that has all the dates, if you go down it, it tells you what all is required to be in your book. There are some things on that list that may not be required, but it is still important to have those. If those pages are in your red book, make sure they're up to date. The biggest one, DOT yearly inspections. We do have a possibility of getting the DOT inspections done here. Our shop is doing an incredible job. They are working on that project right now. So that is something that is coming hopefully down the road. We don't know how long, no time frame. It may be 6 months, it may be a year, but we are working on it. We're looking into it. There's a lot of state regulations that we've got to deal with before we can do that. But there are still plenty of places to get a DOT inspection. Once that month, during that, you have 30 days to do it. You have 30 days. If it expires on October 31st, you have the entire month of October to get it done. So find a place that can do a DOT inspection. Owner operators, it's $40. Company people, we will take care of all the company trucks. It is a very inexpensive thing to have, but it will get you a ticket. So please, please, please check your red books. If you are missing paperwork, if you have expired paperwork, please get a hold of me. Let me help you. Some things you may have lost. Some things you may not have. All company people, real quick, make sure you have an overweight permit. Make sure that overweight permit is good. It is in date. We have a lot of them, of these trucks. Our first round of Volvos we bought about this time last year. So a lot of them are going to be expiring. So please, 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 if you have any expired book or any expired paperwork for company guys, definitely get a hold of me. That way I can renew it. Owner operators, please get an overweight permit. It will help you in the long run, I promise. It is well worth the money. We can do a 5-county, we can do up to 40 counties, even up to the entire state. It's up to you. But please get that done. All right. Last thing I want to talk about, and I'm gonna make this quick because this is common sense, and I'm having a hard time understanding why we're still having this issue. Is PPE. Now remember, one thing I do want to say about PPE: if you're out on a well site, the outermost layer of your clothing must be FR. So if you've got your favorite jacket, and because of it's cold, and you got your FRs, and then you put your favorite jacket over the top of it, it's not going to work. A safety man on location will catch it and will tell you to take it off. All right. Please, please, please make sure the outermost area, if you've got to stuff everything inside of your coveralls, you got to have 3 or 4 or 5 shirts on because you're like me and you hate this cold weather. Please do it. Whatever is the outermost layer must be FR. Make sure that you've got your glasses. Make sure you got your H2S, your hard hat, your steel toe boots out on location at all times. At loading facilities, here's where we're going to get a little strict. Wear your PPE. Easy. Wear your PPE. I'm getting numerous calls of guys that are walking around loading facilities in flip-flops, in shorts, t-shirts. Guys, wear it like you would on a well site. Look professional. If you need some coveralls, stop by here. We have them available. Stop off at Walmart's, Goodwills. There's a numerous places all over West Texas and South Texas and East Texas that sell FR clothing. Get a good set. Wear them all the time on location and at loading facilities. Loading facilities they may not require FRs, but they do require long sleeve shirts, long pants, steel toe boots, glasses, hard hats, safety vests. Get a safety vest if you do not have one. You can pick them up at almost every Walmart. So it is absolutely critical that we take care of this all the way around the board. So please, please, please make sure that we're wearing our PPE. All right. Well, I've taken up enough of y'all's time on this great Wednesday morning. It is hump day. Let's make it through the rest of the week. I want to thank everybody. We all do, everybody at the office. But thank y'all so much for your hard work. Keep it up. I know that we're getting busier and busier in certain areas of Texas. Please help us out. Please let us know if we can help you in any form or fashion. Again, I will tell you, for a lot of us, because of what's going on during the week and all like that, it's easier for us to respond to text messages than it is phone calls. I know a lot of you don't like that. I wish we could change it. But because of everything that happens and everything, that's the way I do my to-do list is off text messages. So if I haven't responded to a text message you sent, send it again. I have no problem with that. Send it till I can answer. Give me a little bit of time, but send it. We will get to you. All of us will. Everybody in the office wants to help you. So we are here for you. Please stay safe. Please stay dry. Stay warm. If you need me, reach out to me. Check your red books. Keep it up. Guys, I really wish we could tell you thank you more than for these CSA scores. That really has impressed me more than anything. Keep it up. Wear that PPE. Wear it right. You are your brother's keeper. Remember that. If you see somebody not wearing their PPE, remind them, hey, go put on your glasses. FRs. Do not wear flip-flops at a loading facility. Go put on your boots. You are helping each other out by doing this. It will help us all out. It keeps us all in business. If you need me, reach me, you know where to get me. If you don't have my phone number, it is in your red book, back in the very back of in the handbook that you got during orientation. Reach out to me. All right. Y'all have a great Wednesday. I will talk with y'all soon.